Hello Libra, I'm Melanie Florence and this is our tea for the soul. So I'm doing a sweet hot tea today. We're going to do a bit of self-love reading. It's a new moon. We're at the end of the Lion's Gate. So this is sort of, what's the intentions? What are we going on? But what's our self-love? What's our self-love healing? This is a 5-line reading. So it includes 5 for how we got here, 4 for our healing element, 3 for how we're going to work in the practical world, 2 for our relationships, and 1 for our self-love, the ultimate here we are, right? And so we're going to build up some cards around it. We're going to build up the energies for you, Libra, at this in this self-love reading and see what we've got for us to work with. All right, thank you for being here. We're going to shuffle a few cards from a few decks and we're going to work through the energies. What's in this for Libra? What's the sweetheart tea? What's in the sweetheart tea for Libra? Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Ooh, this is a reconnection card. You've done this before, Libra. There's soul connection. So sometimes it feels like when you are reading something that you've known it before. Somebody's told you this story. All right. So there's lost lands. There's lost lands of our histories. There's lost lands. There's ancient lands. With Lemuria, our Atlanta story. All right. We know there's lost connections, but we re-find them, and sometimes you stumble across stuff and you're like, I know this. It's a soul memory. It's a soul memory and a gift. You've done this before. All right, this is what our intuition's before on this round of stuff that we got going on here, Libra. Okay, that's a nice place to start. So you might feel like you're tapping into stuff that you've already known. Sometimes when we're in a good spot in our life, we're able to tune in and use our gifts, and we can touch into this spot that we've felt before, we've known it before, we've lived it before. Past lives. So you might be feeling like you're tapping into something outside of yourself that's inside of yourself. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me, dragon power. All right, you've got the power. This is about your personal power. You might find this is gifts. Or again, you might be able to tune into your personal power, things that you may have lost before, soul memories of yourself. But this is actually using your personal power, your drive, your intestinal fortitude. You can see it. You can see this little ball of power inside of you, powering up dragon power. That's like Gaia. Gaia has a lot of dragon power, a lot of the Gaia decks. All right, so we're empowered by this nice strength that is grounded strength, grounded fiery strength. All right, bit volcanic sort of. All right, what else are we going to pull out of here for Libra? All right, one over here. All right, Libra, what do we got in the house with the sweetheart tea? So we're like really pulling in the power, pulling back. Maybe it's really disconnecting and pulling back your personal power so that you're pulling it in for you, so that you can use that as a nice strength. Lighten your load. All right, so this is really Atlantean power. Look at Atlas carrying that on his back. So lightening your load. Not all of the burdens are yours. All right, so somewhere in here you might be feeling an extraordinary a burden. All right, and so with great power becomes great responsibility. All right, but not all of this is yours. So there's something inside of this that's like, be impassioned, but only carry your load. You don't need to carry anybody else's load. That's their responsibility. And sometimes you need to push back. All right, and that's part of taking back your personal power. It's just sometimes cutting off if you're using that externally somewhere else where it's not needed and other people are sapping your power, sapping your strength maybe. But it's just really lighten your load, reconnect. You've got a few things that you want to reconnect with in your life, like some soul memories that you might want to tap into. You're not responsible for it all, Libra. It's not all on you. All right, what else have we got for Libra? The creator. The creator and the ring. All right, you've got creator. We're all a co-creator. All right, so we're all part God. If we're all a part God, we're all co-creators. You get to be part of your creation, of your universe. You have the power to do that. You get to decide what you can connect with the past. You get to decide what's your responsibility. You get to decide what your load is. You are the creator of your reality. You have the power to do that. Then we got the ring, which is a promise. It's a promise to yourself. It's a never-ending cycle that you always come back to. It's a promise of connecting. It's a promise of heart. All right, so maybe this is a promise that you've been making to yourself to reconnect. Maybe somebody's making a promise to you. Maybe there is love in the air inside of that card there, Libra, but there's a real connection to a circle of life in there, and there's a bit of an eye in the middle of that card when we're looking in the middle of that ring. All right, so reconnecting, maybe promises, maybe you need to lighten your load in your relationships. You are the creator of your reality. You have the power. And again, maybe it's time to bring back some of that life force, to cut off some of those things that you might be extending yourself out to that are not yours. All right, and really reclaim your power inside of here, Libra. All right, so we're going to do 5 cards for how you got here. All right, thanks, Libra. We've set this sort of up. This is what we've got going on in the energies for you in this self-love reading. What are we going to, how did we get here? That's where we're going to start. 5 cards for how we got here for Libra. Oopa. And 2 for how we got here. 5 cards for how we got here. Oop, then there's 3. Look at that. All out on the table. All right, so we have Cups. This is joy. This is emotion. This is about joy. This is about reconnecting with siblings. This is reconnecting with your heart. Simple joys. Finding the joy in your past. All right. You let go. You let go of all the struggles. You let go and you jumped in. And you trusted yourself. You trusted yourself to let go of all of your inhibitions, let go of everything that holds you back, and really submerge, really surrender. Surrender to your life. Surrender to finding that happiness. Surrender to being happy. And there were struggles. Your mind struggled with it. Your mind struggled with all of the what happens with this and that, and all of the expectations or whatever people think, and you struggled to express yourself, maybe find your own way to express inside of this. You found yourself bound up by your thoughts and expressions. And then you lost your joy. And lost your reason. You forgot. You forgot what that emotion was. You forgot what that heart is. This is not necessarily just losing joy. This is actually about boredom. This is saying, maybe things got complicated. Maybe a lot of conversations are had and stuff, and it's bored. It's no drama llama. It's no drama llama, but it steps away from this joy that you were feeling. Okay, and then there was a death. And then there was an ending. There's a death and a rebirth. Inside of that ending, there was a new beginning. Inside of that ending, there was a new way, a new path to be made. And you got to let go, and you got to shed your skin inside of that death. All right. That sounds all very complicated. There was joy, and you were going to dive into it. But then there became this struggle, and the struggle of a mind. And then we're really talking about this. It took the joy out of it all. And then you shed that all together. There's been a death. All right. So that doesn't mean a physical death necessarily. There could be a death in your family. Quite often that does actually bring a juncture that changes everybody's lives, and you move forward. But there's a death. We're just going to leave that sitting there for a second. We're going to come back to it because it'll all connect. That's how we got here. That's how we got here, Libra. Maybe feeling a little bit lost, not connecting with our gifts, not connecting with our core, not connecting with our power. You took on the load that wasn't yours. Whatever ring, you are the creator. All right, so what's the healing element for Libra for this sweetheart tea? Ooh, we made a transition. We took the boat somewhere else. We left that plane of thought. We left that train of thought, and we headed to the other side. So we left one bank, we left that spot, and we took an adventure, and we changed our mind. We're allowed to do that. All right, there was a transition. You made a transition of the mind, and that's coming out of that full and that happiness, and maybe coming out of that joy. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands. So you've been making spiritual decisions. It's time to make spiritual decisions. Like, what do you believe in? What do you stand for? Like, you can trust your intuition in this card. You're going to see signs and symbols. Synchronicities will come up when you're looking for decisions, when you're looking for to make the decision inside of this. Looking forward to making decisions. Looking outward to make decisions. All right, so this is the healing element. All right, two more for Libra. What have we got? Ooh, one more for Libra for this sweetheart tea. Self-love. Oh, all right, Libra. We have the King of Air, which could be a Libra. It could be any air sign, like male. We're talking about somebody about clear-cut decisions. We're talking about somebody who might have wisdom that they can impart. The teacher. This is somebody who is confident in their choices, confident in their mind, and confident in their knowledge. So this can be contracts and those sort of things, but this is really speaking clearly, concisely about moving forward. And we've got a celebration. So we're celebrating in this transition. This is a marriage card where we celebrate in our tent and we party with our mates, right? And we really enjoy the spiritual quests and venture that we've been on. This is actually a marriage and a celebration card. So coming out of these conversations, these were not necessarily emotional conversations. They were quite intellectual conversations. And so there's been a transition of the mind. So whatever this death was that you let go, it's taken you into a spot of celebration, letting go of these emotions perhaps and these struggles, and actually listening to your intuition has taken you on a transition. And this is a healing transition where you've moved away. You're able to make more logical decisions. You're not being bound out. You're trusting your faith, and it's actually bringing you to a place of celebration. All right, Libra, that's interesting. So 3 cards for your practical world. What have we got? What have we practically got going on? 3 cards for Libra. Here we go. In this sweetheart tea, what's going on? How do we apply this? All right, how do we apply this into the real world? There's messages of love. It might be sweet. It might be really pie in the sky sort of stuff. But there's messages of love, but it's not pie in the sky. All right, it's going to take you up a. Oh, there we are. Ladder. Massive change. All right. There's a little dream, a little sweet dream. There might be little messages of love that are coming your way. And it's really going to change things dramatically. All right, you've made some massive changes. You took a leap of faith. All right. And there's going to be some massive changes that are coming your way. This is lightning energy, lightning swift energy that breaks everything down, all the foundations, all the bullshit. This breaks down all the bullshit around you. So swift lightning energy coming into your life to make some really swift changes. So if you didn't make them and you don't jump on board, they're going to be made with you. But they are going to lead to your happiness. We've got the Hierophant here, and you can see this. This is a stairway to heaven. This guy's like you tuning into your path. You're really tuning into where you need to go. I can step you through all of this. So there's going to be some real massive changes, but it's going to come with love, and it's going to come with reward, like really stepping into, like, you know, going through these massive changes and celebrate. And this is a marriage card on top of marriage card sitting in here. If you weren't married and we got the ring, there's marriage card on a marriage card on marriage card, but there's a lot of changes inside of here, drastic changes, but there's love inside of here, and you're no longer bound up. You're no longer struggling to communicate yourself. That's all out on the table. You're communicating your celebration, you're communicating joy, you're communicating your transition, and you're able to see that. There is sometimes pigs fly inside of here, but that's not the energy I get. This is little messages of love, and you'll feel them along the way because it's lightning. This is lightning changing coming in your life. All right, you thought you'd gone through this death. You have. Anything that was broke, that was still hanging on, it's going to break away. You're going to let go. You're going to lighten your load. All right, because you're on your path, and you got to lighten your load of shit that's not on your path. All right, so for relationships, we have, and I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to leave that one. All right, so Libra, this is a new path of communication. This is a new way of communicating yourself. This is a new way of talking. This is a new way of educating yourself. But through all of this path and all of this everything, you're talking to new you. You're not bound up. This is I couldn't talk before. This is like I can talk in my partnerships, and I can talk about my legacy. I can talk about my family. I've got things to share. I am stable. I'm strong. And this is to go with your happiness. This is really taking this path you know, of marriage the full way, you know, that you've actually got this and this communication, and you're able to communicate with your friends, your family, your happiness and your joy and everything. And it's going to be lightning. It's going to be changing around for you, Libra. Something really big is in the air, changing your path in here to communicating with your family. You're going to lighten your load. You are the creator of this. You're reconnecting with stuff. You actually are really empowered in here. There's lightning power and strength in the middle of this. It could be really blasting away old limbs that you don't really need anymore, because you really have got this strong foundation. And then we're going to talk about like new, even new jobs and sort of stuff, but new communication sort of coming through, Libra. This last card is our self-love card, Libra. I left it on the table. It had already turned with the other two. So what have we got? All coming down to self-love. Where does this leave us with all of the stuff that you've gone through, right? You had to shed a bit to get here. There's been a bit of a death and a rebirth in here. And there's going to be still some lightning change still coming in. You're going to make this lightning change. You're going to make it in your life because you're looking forward in your partnerships and you're really talking about it. Because, Libra, you are the Empress. And this is a nice, strong, bountiful, fertile position. So if you were looking and you have actually just got married and you're looking to get pregnant, this actually is very family-orientated card. This is a very fertile card, but this is showing abundance. This is sensual. All right, this woman is not just one queen. She's 4 queens all wrapped in one, and she's taken the universe inside of her, and she's birthing something new. All right, so there's a real fertile abundance around you. You lighten your load because you've got something more to give, and this is all of yours. It's all of yours to survey. It's like a really beautiful, abundant place for you to be in, Libra. All right, so that's where we've come to in our self-love journey. There does seem to be a lot of big energies in the air in here for you, Libra, but there's a lot of abundance of love and spirit and passion and commitment and to a road for the future inside of here that you're able to abundantly take on. All right, Libra, one more card from Orbit here. What have we got to seal this off for the sweet hot tea, this self-love reading in this new moon period? What have I got for Libra? Oh, find a balance, Libra. Find a balance. It protects you. Find a balance by the bandy snake. You can see there's 2 different colours when they're on and they're going. You can barely, like, they play with your eyes, they haze with your eyes, and they're sort of meant to. It sort of protects them. But this is really finding a balance. These guys come out at night. You know, it's maybe finding that sort of balance between your secrets and your day and your family life, and finding a balance inside of all of this is a really important spot for you, Libra. This has got an abundance in here, and of all people to say at the end of this, find a balance between your play and your responsibility, your love and your work, and really find that connection with yourself. Really pull that power back in for yourself, because you are the creator of your world and you've got an abundance, fertile abundance to work with in here. Libra, I hope that you are safe and well you are. I hope this resonates with you. Please hit like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And wherever you are, look after you. I'll catch you on the flip side.